Hey guys, and welcome back again to my channel. So this video will be a little bit different, guys. I'm recording here at the top of my house. Come dox me if you want. Look at the roof tile. It has a certain pattern on it. Probably you can find it on Google Maps. Like other maps you use, Waze, Bing Maps, or 高德地图 or 百度地图, whatever maps you want or you use. But this video will be a special one because hello guys, I am back here again. I'm sorry if I had to cut the video. My phone ran out of storage. I just recorded a couple of my college stuff, but like the thing that we're learning. So it doesn't really have a lot of space. Also with my other previous YouTube videos, yeah, it is gonna run out of space fast. However, one thing is certain. Today, as with what I posted on Discord, I have asked a certain people, a lot of people actually, to tell me what do I need to draw for my next video, which apparently will be my 400th video on my channel. So I did a couple of did a poll with 4 options. I think there are 1, a boy, 2, a girl, 3, a Mongolian, or 4 others. And people pick Mongolian, and the second most picked option is a girl. So I combined them both. It's a Mongolian girl. So yeah, I'm not a guy to just draw any realistic drawing, so that's not really my type. So how do I mitigate this? Draw an anime girl, but a Mongolian anime girl. So yeah, I don't really have the choice. You guys told me to draw that. What do I need to do? Anyway, it's getting a little bit late. You can see right back. It's probably white or whatever here. But if you take a photo, it will be clear because of course my phone is Samsung. It has one of the best software utilization when it comes to camera and taking pictures. However, not in this video. I mean, recording videos is, look, my face is clear. The sky behind me is bright, but my face is clearly still kind of like visible, which means the AI or the processing power of this phone to like use my face, whatever, is pretty clear, which I appreciate it very much. My old phone probably struggles a lot with that. Anyway, let's get back to drawing. Because I recorded this intro after I draw, because I think intros aren't really that important, they're just introduction, whatever. So let's get back to my video. Anyway, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, there will be more content in the future, don't worry. Yeah, alright, let's get back to drawing or whatever. Okay, so let's actually start pretty simple. So the character I'm drawing, it's not necessarily in drawing, so I'll start to draw the hat for some reason, because I think maybe it's not the best idea to draw the hat first, but I think it just established like kind of like the position of the head. Not that all artists do this. Some artists do prefer drawing the bodies first, like the face or whatever. Probably not the best idea to draw the head first. Also, it's kind of terrible. I mean, the lighting, the camera. I've attempted to use like some goofy setups, like putting the cameras at top, but it doesn't really work. So yeah, just kind of waste my time. First, I'll draw this head that I mean, from one of the reference image. Okay. So yeah, it's not really easy drawing while you're literally recording. So let me try to get the angles right. Okay. Yep. Seems kind of messed up there, but like, okay. It's really hard drawing with like some while recording. Like, so you see my right hand right there. That's me drawing with a pencil. Where's my left hand? Well, my left hand is holding my phone, recording in whatever goofy setup is this. So whenever I want to erase like this, I have to drop my pencil, grab an eraser, and just erase wherever I want. It's not an easy task.
Okay, I think my head is like at least the rough sketch is done. So I'll start drawing the face. Uh, I mean, okay, the face is not going to come from the same reference image, so I leave it at template. This is either a mistake or not. I don't know. I just hope we don't really mess up. We first, no, I mean the second step is for us to draw the hands. Now this is where most people, even AI, actually start to struggle with. So uh, usually when I draw fingers, I do it like this. The thumb is short, the little finger is short, the rest can be the same size. It does sound easy, but implementation wise, it could be a bit more complicated. But don't worry, thankfully, we have a good reference image to use for me to just draw the hands, so it's fine for me. Yeah, if you want to draw hands without reference, maybe just look at your own hands or just try to get good at it. Which is why most cartoons, especially more of a Western cartoon style than Eastern. Most of the Western cartoon styles just prefer having fewer finger count so that it's a little easier to draw and to animate. But I'm preferring realistic ones. Okay, of course, we want to be as closely humanoid as possible, so I can't afford missing any more fingers. So, to be complete finger, don't worry. You might okay, you might see a little blurry right now. I'm not even sure. My phone's focusing system is kind of a little weird. Sometimes it does focus, sometimes it doesn't. Oh my! I just don't know what to describe anymore. See, it's just broken. I don't even know. Hey, at least you can see a little bit of my work there. I'm even getting a little confused myself. So yeah, you're not alone on this. Thankfully, we only need to draw four fingers out of the total five because the other one is like, I don't know, in the other side or something. So, yeah, we're fine, I think. And just draw the rest of the hand and the arms. Okay. Hey, at least I'm quite proud of that. Actually, it went well, more than I expect. Like, I thought I would screw up more, but hey, I think I can draw hands pretty confidently. Now, if I have a reference, that is. So far, yeah, pretty good experience. I don't know how it will go from this. I mean, the reference image doesn't really have a lot of details. I mean, compared to like, you know, like a anime style character would have a lot of details, a lot of colors, because that's literally how it works. They have a specific color scheme and then like super details in places where you don't even need you wouldn't even expect from any normal human to do. This is just a costume, this is just the Dagur ethnic costume, so there will be no complications. I feel like I'm cheating, but yeah, the complexities from the thing I draw came from the pattern inside of these costumes. So the complexity is not really on what she wears, but the pattern on what she wears. That's going to be really the problem here. Well, haven't even arrived at that yet. We're just drawing hands, and we're already talking about that. So, dude, that's really complicated, actually. There's a little bit more fixing. I think it should be done. Yep. All right. I think I'm pretty confident with that. So let's continue drawing the hand, and now the sleeves of the costume. I know. Why do I draw like this? Yeah, this can be sometimes cursed. Artists do not usually draw from left to right. They have a structure. Okay, let me just stop. Okay, so I'm back from fixing the setup. It's not really helping actually. I just cut it into parts so that I mean it's not going to be a really big file that is kind of like hard to move around. Okay, we're getting into problems already. So What I see most artists doing is to draw the structures first, and then starting to draw the details into that. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not that kind of person. I'm more like a printer type, which means drawing literally everything from left to right before adding the details. Of course, you don't draw every single details in like one run like a printer. I mean, okay. I've been struggling with the head size. Perspective is not the thing that I'm really good at. So I'm having a lot of problem, especially with perspectives, because if you've seen my previous drawing, if for some reason you haven't, so it was like Furina hugging like a nuclear missile or whatever. I have a lot of problems with the perspective. Sometimes I draw too big, too little. Even before that, I've kind of noticed my problem when I start drawing, for example, in a whiteboard. Like, this is too big, this is too small. So I kind of like have to adjust as to fit. Which is why I resort to drawing the faces kind of last, not only because it came from a different reference image, but also because, just to make sure that nothing's screwed up. Okay, so we move to the next section. So, I just start drawing the face. Of course, I mean the costume's already done, and the more details the only details you can ever add is just the pattern on the costume. So, let's just draw the face. So this is probably the hardest part because this is the only part where it's anime style compared to the others. So the costumes, they're done. Okay. Maybe just add the patterns later, but the only anime part of this is the face. So this will probably be a bit more challenging. I mean, I've drawn my fair shares of anime before. Yeah, some of them I can't like save it on my phone because, or like have a copy because it's on a whiteboard. It's on school whiteboard. It's gonna get deleted soon. Everyone who draws on a whiteboard will know the risk of knowing that their art will probably only be saved on their pictures, on pixels, on like files, whatever. So yeah, and now at least I have a physical medium to like just draw. So now I'm just going to draw like the hair. It does sound simple. Like I got like a straightforward ponytails or whatever. I mean this part is it could be quite a problem, especially if you don't know how to draw a hair. It would look like one of those weird like hair design or whatever. Okay, it's time to complete her hair. If you do know, I mean, this was probably straight off from the typical Dagur hairstyle. If you search Dagur ethnic costumes, you can search it on the internet. You should say 大我尔族. You'll find a lot of images of like a hairstyle. A Dagur woman will have a ponytail hairstyle. I think. On the back of the head, only one like a big ponytail or whatever, which is very different compared to Ayaka. Okay, Ayaka has like not two of them in front of her face, which is not really a thing that our people do. Which I will of course still maintain those features because I would want my picture to look dour, but also tell the audience that this is the Kamisato Ayaka that they know, so that they are not misled to believe that this is just another random Mongolian girl. Because this is one of the characters I haven't drawn, and this is one of the very few images that I try to go off the rails and get, like experience something out of the box because on my previous drawings I always use one image reference, always one of them, and I have never used a single real life image reference. Now this will be a little bit more different. I'll use more than one references, and one of them is a real life image because there are currently no Mongolian anime, there's no Dagur anime, so of course this will be the first probably. Yeah, I mean it's just some honest work. I don't really have quite the talent needed to color it or digitize it. About digitizing, I just don't have the equipment. Okay, I'm not one of a professional artists or that would use like paid software like stylus, if you want to call that, or whatever. I just draw when I feel like it, and when I just want to have fun with it, I would like just draw. I don't usually draw and record. You know that, because I don't feel like. If you are a digital artist, you can probably draw and record, and you would have no problems. If you're just running in the background, or maybe you just have to worry about the storage space that you have left on your phone, because you're probably gonna take I don't know, 3 hours to draw, or you want to have a break between them, eating, drinking, sleeping. But I'll say that drawing physical is a little different. First, I don't have the setup needed, of course. I would have to buy the correct lighting and to make sure that my drawing is even visible from the angle that I'm recording in. So I have to get really close with my phone. Right hand is drawing, left hand is recording with the phone, which means I only have one hand available at all times. So I want to erase or draw something, I will use the exact same hand, which is my right hand. Okay, it's not really easy. It's kind of complicated, but at least it works. If it works, then I'm gonna do it. At least I'm not regretting my decision. At least I'll just have to put this video to good use. Okay, this is gonna be my 400th video. I currently have 398 video uploaded to YouTube. Then my 399th video is going to be another gameplay that don't worry, it will have my voice on it. It wouldn't just be a random gameplay with no voice, like a straight up a playthrough or a quest, an event. I'll just call it a archive or whatever. No, it's going to have my voice on it, so you don't have to worry. This video will come last, so it's going to be my 400th video, I swear. And also about the drawing equipment, you'll need two different things, one digitally or not digitally. The other one needs like a pen or coloring things. I'm not into that. Okay. Okay, see what I told you? I draw the face with the wrong proportion again. Yeah, I'm terrible with proportions. Don't trust me with that. So I have to probably redraw and reformat some of them if it's even possible. Or okay, this is really kind of frustrating, you know. Look, it's kind of cursed right now. Oh my. I told you I'm gonna get something wrong, because I'm drawing with my right hand, I'm recording with my left hand, and my head is constantly switching from looking at the paper and the phone, the paper making sure that I'm drawing correctly, looking at my phone to make sure that it's focusing and it's recording the exact thing I want you guys to see, and to look at my laptop and to make sure that I'm drawing the correct with the correct proportion according to the reference image I use. I am looking at 1, 2, 3 things, while my hand is limited to, my left hand is deadlocked in recording, my right hand will be drawing or erasing. And well, it's gonna hold the paper. Oh, my left hand will do that. Oh, and it is terrible. And I have to also manage my eraser. I do not want my paper to get dirty. Getting my paper dirty would means redoing the entire thing, and that's will be the last thing I want. It's kind of frustrating, really. You just really wish that there's a setup that works for you, that actually just have a camera which has a built-in software good enough to recognize what you want the camera to be focusing on, which is the paper. And if you want to take a picture of the paper, yes, you can. However, papers, if you draw with pencils on papers, it's not going to be really clear. Of course, it's going to be enhanced. It will look like just thin lines that people can barely focus on. So it's not really great. Needs enhancing, of course. Not to mention the fact that you have your eyes. If you record like this, like what I do, your eyes have to. You have to keep watch on 3 different things: the laptop screen, the phone camera, make sure it's recording, and the papers. It's not really convenient. You just really wish there's someone that just does these things for you. Not me, of course. I don't really have the kind of equipment or someone to actually want to spend their time just I don't know, monitoring my videos or making sure my content's correctly recorded or whatever. So yeah, it's not really great. I mean, yeah, you guys know, her face still looks really odd to me. Like, okay, you might not be able to imagine something, but you will always know when something is off by just looking at it. Your brain will tell you something is off, but when you draw that something, you want to redraw that something properly, you just really can't. It's a common occurrences. I mean, your brain can recognize that something is off, but wouldn't be able to tell you directly. Just, oh, it's off. I mean, like, what is the thing that is off? Okay, you just really want that answer from your brain or whatever. Yeah, I'm just redoing things. It's not really great. My hand's not really great at holding these things, you know. My hand feels a little tired right now. I mean, my left hand's at the same position since I started. So yeah, that thing is expected. And I have to redraw the entire face because I messed up. And it's not... Okay. You just need patience for these kind of things, you know. I mean, I draw for fun and not for content. Not like I'm good at drawing or whatever, but... Okay. It's kind of stressful if you are required to record like every single thing and you don't have the right equipment to do it. Just... Okay. Also about the eyes, in Genshin Impact, the eyes have a lot of details, by the way, which is why in this sketch that I'm drawing, I will be oversimplifying the details a little bit. The details is not only on the anime part of things, which is Ayaka's face. No, the face does not really have a lot of details, but her pupils do have a lot of details, which I'll be oversimplifying, just for the sake of time and for the sake of my sanity, and that's because I only have this pencil to work with. You can only ever add so much detail to a pencil before it just I don't know, kind of stop working or whatever. And then I think the hardest part would be the Dagur costume itself. I mean, I picked an ethnic Dagur. I see the costumes and it is comparatively simple. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say that their costume is not interesting. It's just if you try to draw it, it's a little bit more simple. For example, compared to any other Chinese ethnic, I've seen the one with Qiang ethnic, Hani Yi, and like the other like Yi friends, Hani Yi, Lahu, Lisu. What else? Maybe Nashiba, I don't know. Those four ethnics, they have so many colors, so many patterns that are interesting. Yes, they are interesting, but to draw, you will lose your sanity just drawing them. Okay, just for comparison, let's say you pick a random character. Let's just say from Genshin Impact, okay, who has a lot of details. Furina just have this like a suit or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah, details, but not as much detail just as like those four ethnic Yihani, Lahu, Lisu. Just search them on internet, and you will know that they have a lot of colors. Oh yeah, they have a lot of colors. They do, and even to lesser extent, maybe the Tibetan. Tibetan doesn't really have a lot of colors. Tibetan and Mongolians are on the easy side of things. They don't really have a lot of patterns to begin with. Okay, so that makes them a little easier to draw. In comparison, maybe the Chinese also don't really have a lot of detail. They're just one color. Okay. Yeah. There's another reason why I picked Dagur. Not because of the simplicity of their costume and the simplicity of the costume of Mongolic ethnics, but also because this is one of the few languages that I feel that I'm interested in learning. Few languages actually attract me to learn them. One of the few is the Dagur language, which is a Mongolic language that they are notoriously known for their use of words that are not present in other Mongolic languages. Hey guys, guess what? I am not quite satisfied with the face that I drew, so
I just really have to complete a few things. First of all, the right side of her head looks kind of weird to me. I mean, compared to, I mean, her face looks a little different to the reference image that I'm using for her pose. Her pose face is like kind of tilted a bit more differently. It's tilted a little bit away from the camera, but the one I'm drawing right now, she tilts to the camera a little bit. So yeah, I had to readjust a lot of things and still her hairs. I tried to make her hairs a little bit less artificial and a bit more anime looking. At least that's what I'm trying to achieve. The lighting's not really that good. Yeah, I'm really trying. I redraw her eyes like I don't know how many times now. I don't, because it doesn't feel right. I ever just draw something and hey, it doesn't feel right or something? Yeah, it happens a lot of time. And if you're wondering why it's a little dark, my head is just a little closer. I really want to pay attention to it. Hey guys, welcome to the next day. Of course, it's the next day. I try to record better. I know the previous attempt was bad. I really know that her face looks really weird and all, and haven't really finished the drawing I make. So I know there's still really some space where I could improve. So right now I'm drawing her hair, like kind of anime style. One of the reference I'm using. Also, just to let you know, I recorded a little earlier, so it's not really nighttime anymore. On previous day, I recorded at nighttime or close to it at least, which means that the video has a really bad lighting, especially the last part where I got very close, like my head is very close because I was paying attention to what exactly am I drawing. Okay, I mean, you're looking at the drawing, the reference and the camera to make sure they're recording properly. You can't just focus on the drawing. So before next day, I've taken some day off the recording to actually focus on the drawing I make. So yeah, the face has improved much more since then, and thankfully it does, because that would have been weird. Anyway, the head is still too small. I mean, compared to the scale that it should have been, it's wrong, which is why we're going to fix it next time. And yeah, previously the head wasn't really too big. I mean, we drew the head first, right? The head that she wears. It was not. I mean, compared to the size of her head now, her head. I really hate having a voiced consonant as the coda of a syllable. What does that even mean? I hate a voiced consonant at the end of a word. Okay, it really doesn't make a difference. Like her head on her head was too small because I drew her head first before drawing her head. Because I drew her head first before her head. That causes her head size to, okay, you get my idea. Right, we just finished adding the pattern to her head, albeit very simple or very it's a sketchy things. I know, but in reality, it looks really hard to draw. I mean, to sketch it is another thing, okay? If you draw with colors, you will easily be able to represent that, okay? But I'm merely using pencils, so I can't. Anyway, compared to, I mean, this is not the first reference image I used. I used another reference image, which is a Dagur ethnic marriage costume. Yeah. So I got like that one image where there was with the backgrounds removed. The quality is really bad and everything. I tried to draw it, like I really attempted to draw it. But what I got instead is that the image quality sucks, that I cannot actually get any details out of the image. So I really can't draw it. I really want to draw a Dagur woman wearing a Dagur marriage dress or costumes, but I can't because the image is too bad. So I have to change to this this reference image, which I think actually looks really good now. And here I am. I thought I was almost done. Thankfully, I actually asked one of my friends who actually drew something, who are actually a digital artist,
to ask for any suggestion, and she said that her right sleeve was too small. The hand is fine, but her right sleeve is just too small, and I need to fix it. Thankfully, I asked her. Okay, if I didn't ask her, it would have gone very differently by now. And I also noticed like how would you make like the perspective, like the twist or something like that. It's not really easily done without the use of colors. I mean, here we are using entirely erasers and pencil sketches, so I don't think it's really easily done unless you like kind of color it in a monochrome style while sketching with pencils. A lot of people do that, but it's not on my style. It's nor those are the thing that I do or have experience in. I do read quite a fair share of books about art, about sketching with pencils. I tried and it sucks. Okay, let's be honest, it sucks. Okay, maybe I have to learn more, whatever. But I cannot do that. It's not my style, or is it? I just realized my current sketch isn't looking pretty good, so I decided to add little like folding things. I don't know how do you call them, but usually when you wear a shirt, it's not going to be perfectly flat. I mean, there will be some kind of folds or is there an English word for it? Because I don't feel like I find the perfect word to describe it, but it's like basically like a fold in your fabric, because your fabric can't stay flat at all times. Okay, there's a certain pose that you do which folds the fabric in a certain way that should be visible. And in this case, I am trying to replicate that without the use of lighting or colors, because I'm just sketching. Okay, I'm not coloring or like trying to fill in the gaps with the lighting or whatever. So I'm just doing the best that I can. I mean, it's looking pretty good now. Maybe try to fill in like the rest of the pattern or what. Okay, try to get my camera to focus. It's not quite easy. So I feel like there's some certain parts that I need to try to I say improve, because it looks quite weird now. Okay. And it's finally done. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. For the first time I used more than one reference image. It's really good, actually. It turns out way better than I ever expected to be. And if you're wondering, I just added the Dagur text. Of course, I drew her as an ethnic Dagur. I would also like to introduce her language. The text is Horshil, as you can see from the screenshot I took from the dictionary here. So it's real, okay? It's not a made-up word. It means flamingo. So yeah, I think it's kind of reminiscent to her pose right now. It looks like flamingo, okay? But yeah, I think it looks pretty good on her. And I prefer her to with this pose, actually. The image, I really took it from my phone camera, and I have to enhance it, okay? More contrast, less shadows, a bit more sharpness, because without those changes, I think it wouldn't even be visible. I have to alter it a little bit, but it wouldn't affect the final result. It just makes it more clear, because pencil on paper, if you photograph it, you really know that you wouldn't get a lot of it from a phone camera, especially if you want it to be brightly lit and for people to see. So yeah, of course, in the end, it's pretty good. Actually, I have a more HD version of this. If you can see it on my Instagram, link down below. I think I will also put download link in the description. Usually I upload it on Discord and put the link there, but since Discord changed their policy, which is stupid by the way, I can no longer do that. I think the image will get compressed or will disappear one day. So I really have no choice right now. But anyway, if you want to support me, please like this video, share to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, please comment down below on what other things I should draw, and back to my outro.
Anyways, guys, that will be my drawing for today's video, my 400th video in my channel. And look, I have this abandoned building. No, actually, it's not quite an abandoned building. It served some kind of purpose there, but it looks quite abandoned, so I don't care. I'll just call it an abandoned building. So, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to subscribe and just join the Discord channel. I have the link in the description. Also, I don't know, I think I'm going to learn how to draw better, because yeah, there's a couple of things that I'm not quite good at. Yeah, subscribe to see more channels and comment down below if you the content you want to see more. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my other videos as well. Goodbye. Peace out.